Alright guys, welcome back. Sorry about the mishap. But we should be all set and ready to go here for Tier 3 Round 7. We just completed the qualifying, so the grid is set for us. But we just have to wait. I just have to send a quick invite, guys. So give me a quick second. I should have done this. This is unprofessional of me. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, but sorry about that glitch. It was just something that we couldn't really control. But hopefully we'll be getting everything sorted. I do want to say also, guys, since we are doing a restart on this race, make sure that you remember to put on your setups. Everyone remember to put on your setups, and make sure that everyone gives plenty of time to the other drivers around to put on their setups, just so there are no like mess ups. But we should be almost ready to go. I'm just waiting on just a few more people to join in, and then we'll be right back at it. But in the meantime, guys, I do want to remind you guys here that we are at Prospects eRacing League here for Tier 3 Round 7 of Portugal, the Portuguese Grand Prix. Very excited, my home Grand Prix here tonight. But we just have to we just had a red flag. If you're just joining us, we just had a red flag with a lobby glitch, and we'll be right back at it. Just give us a few seconds, and we will be sorted. Again, apologies from the Prospects team and everyone for having the internet loss. I'm very, very sorry for everyone, but we should be ready to go. We're just waiting on one more person, I do believe, and then we'll be set. Again, if you guys are just joining in and you missed what I said, we are actually guys, actually, don't forget to put on your setups when we get to the grid line, and also please give everyone plenty of time to put on their setups and do the tire allocations, the fuel, and everything like that, just so we have an even playing field over the Tier 3. But yeah, 33 laps here tonight, and the grid will be set. There we go. I just got the notice, guys. The grid is set and ready to go. Everyone green up. Wait 30 seconds before reading up on the grid, and remember the setups. Those 30 seconds are to allow all of the drivers to have plenty of time to put on their setups. But yeah, we should be ready now.
I'm back.
Welcome back. We're actually about to start this. I just reminded everyone to remember to give 30 seconds at the start to give everyone plenty of time to put on their setups, tire allocations, and the fuel, just so everyone has a even playing field here tonight at Portimao.
Guess what? I'm live on TikTok.
Hey! Hello,
I'm live
everyone.
on TikTok as well. Why not? Let's put it on my TikTok. Let's go.
Hey, why not? You know what? I'm actually gonna get that on my phone and go on mute. Why not?
Yeah. So we're live on TikTok as well. We've got the Esports Prospects Division 3. We're doing comms today, guys. We're not racing. This is why you can't see the podium wheel on there, because we're actually going to do comms. So sit back and enjoy the comms, guys.
Honestly, love to see some viewers coming in. Thanks again so much, Patty Pat. This is just one of the aspects of just having you in here for Prospects. Just absolutely love you dearly.
Oh, stop making me blush,
mate. Come on now. You know we all love you, mate. It's a fact. It's not an opinion, it's a fact.
It's a love-hate relationship, right?
What do you mean?
Right, let me see if I can get this up and running. Like we don't have the same issues as last time. Right, I'm live. Right, we're in the live chat. Right, are we back, guys? We've got 10 watching. Brilliant. We've got 10 in straight away. We love to see it. We're back. Part 2. We had to reset the lobby, and we're going for it again. Judah Boys, welcome in. Ollie, welcome in on TikTok. Hi, all. Thank you very much for all the likes coming in as well. Just Gaming. Oh, look, you're in there as well, look.
Yeah, I see that beautiful face. Look at that.
Oh, God, brilliant. Right.
Alright, well, there we go, guys. Of course, all of the drivers are giving each other 30 seconds to get their setups, get their tire allocations, and fuel, and we'll be right at the start, and we're going to be giving Patty Pat the true, well-deserved red lights as the game just took that away from us.
Yeah. I better not have some peanuts then, am I? I better not, am I? I don't want to be eating peanuts while the red lights are going.
Hey, come on. You just go through and say, and away with
to be honest, they're so Moorish. They're so Moorish. Like, honey roasted cashew nuts are so Moorish. Like, it's amazing.
I love that.
Oh, honestly.
You know what's the one I actually want to try, though? And you're going to call me crazy for it. I want to try the ghost pepper peanuts.
No idea what the hell they are. Must be an American thing.
Well, I'm not American, so I don't know. But
you might be. Yeah, well, it's an English colony, but I don't see an English
closest
accent
to. Yeah, I see. I see what you mean. But
where no, I thought you were going to say something like battered Mars bars. I was like, mate, you need to come to the UK, bro.
Mate, I mean, I'm Portuguese. If there's going to be the first thing I'm going to try out in the UK is going to be Nando's. Hands down on the table.
Not even that great, mate.
What? I've heard so many good things about it.
I went there, done it, got the picture, got the t-shirt, burnt my face off, got the t-shirt, dropped the mic, fucked off home. You know, he wasn't amazing. Like, my wife loves it, and I'm like, bleh. You know what I mean? It's just like, anyway, we've got another warm-up lap here now. We're gonna go again. Now, what you want to try is an English roast.
Ooh.
Have you ever had a roast? A proper roast?
I actually don't think I have, you know.
I put a picture on my Discord not long back of a roast, and the amount of people in there were like, what is that? That just looks like putting a shit on a plate, and I'm like, whoa! Hold up!
Hey,
the most iconic British meal there, and you're calling a pile of shit on a plate? Get out of my Discord.
I'm gonna be honest. The only thing that I've actually had that I believe is British. I'm not too sure if it is British. Is actually eggs and pigs in blankets.
Yep, pigs and blankets. That's only there for Christmas dinner though. That's not there on your standard roast.
Yep, but we actually had it in a Portuguese twist because my family's Portuguese. Instead of having like that, like the pigs and blankets, like the pork, we actually had shirish, or you guys would probably say chorizo. It's like the Portuguese sausage, but like all those spices and stuff like that is so good.
Yeah, normally you have it with what you do is you make homemade ones, put a bay leaf in it, and then wrap it in bacon. You're welcome, mate.
Mate, you're just making me hungry at this point.
Oh yeah, I know. Hang on, we got comms to do here. Stop talking about food. Where's my cashew nuts?
Well, we're waiting for the drivers to make their way around. Artistic Genius and the Red Bull that I am scared to pronounce are actually just been disqualified for the formation lap. Same goes with T De Silva. So all of them will be starting on a set of cold tires. I like to call them ice blocks instead of rubbers. So they'll be Flintstoning their way all the way down to turn 1. But we're about to get underway, ladies and gentlemen. Tier 3, round 7 here at Portugal. And you know what? I'm gonna say it again. The Autodromo Internacional do Algarve. And this is gonna be Autodromo Internacional do Algarve.
One more time, mate. I just didn't hear it right, brah.
Okay. Autodromo Internacional do Algarve. And we are here for round 7 once again. Patty, I'm gonna leave it with you, my man.
Alright then, looks like we've got the last car lining up. Are we going to get away this time? It looks pretty neat. Where are those lights? There they are. It's 1, it's 2, it's 3, 4, 5 lights here at the Portuguese circuit. And it's lights out and away we go. It looks like someone may have got a jump start, but Natty has lost a position on that spectrum. He's got a jump start. I don't know what's happened there, as both of them got a bit of a penalty there. Let's have a look quickly.
Yeah, so both of them. Both of them getting a jump
Both
start.
on the drive-through. So Monster now is your effective race leader. Oh, wow, what a start. Monster then, who wasn't very happy in qualifying, now leads the race. But we've got a McLaren coming on the inside, and he's going to try and keep it stuck. Oh, we're going to see he's going to try the switchback, but no, he loses out. So Polowski up to P3, effectively P1 right now.
Extraordinary overtake there on the end of the DRS straight. Of course, not having the DRS and making his way up into provisional race lead. As we did just see Craigie take a super wide line there on the exit. Dom War is glitching a little bit on the screen, so hopefully that doesn't have too much of an effect. But look at this. Look at everyone. Look at the intervals from Polowski all the way down to Chaos. All the way down to within a second, all of those drivers. So very, very close racing here at the start.
I wouldn't like to be behind Domwar at the minute. He is glitching a little bit, but look how close these drivers are at the minute. I'll tell you what though, Natty done everything in qualifying, and Spectrum also, and they just jumped the start. I think one followed the other there.
Oh, and we could look at a provisional race lead change again with Monster looking on the inside of turn 1 and takes that corner like a champion. And then Polowski loses out and falls down to third place.
His entry there is gonna soft him. He's gonna make him vulnerable here for Mason. Mason can make a move here. Mason right on his rear box now. Is he gonna make a move? He goes to the outside, well off the track. Could be a warning. Is he gonna try around the outside or go for the switchback? He goes around the outside. He looks like he's got the traction, and there you go. It's Mason up into third.
An amazing overtake there, same place as Polowski got the overtake on Monster, and Mason giving Polowski a little bit of karma on the same corner as Polowski now falls down to 4th place. And I'm actually looking at it now. AFS Natty has re-entered after serving the drive-through penalty down in 17th. We're just waiting for Spectre to serve his. If he doesn't serve it, he will probably get disqualified from this race, so has to serve that as soon as possible.
Pandaman Gaming then up into the top 10 already, having a great start from the back of the field. Unfortunate for him, didn't get away in qualifying through to internet issues, but up to P10 already after 2 completed laps. Great job on the back of the silver right now.
Well, let's see, as DRS is going to be enabled at the end, actually at the start of this lap. Here we go. As looks like Domwar is going to get very close to Kevo right in front of him. Same goes with Craigie on the tail end of Polowski, as Mason has just gotten a 3-second time penalty. We'll have to serve that at the end of this race. I just choked there.
3-second then from Mason. That's not what he wants to see. Only 3 laps in this race. But so far doing a good job though in P3. But I tell you what, there's not much to separate. Second all the way down to 10th, is there?
No, it's very, very close racing here tonight. What a start here at Portugal. And extraordinary scenes with a bunch of overtakes up the front, a few overtakes near the back, especially with Pandaman.
Sorry, I got to interrupt the Pandaman game. He's going around the outside to the inside, and no, he misses out on his silver. He nearly got that move done, as we see. And Alfa Romeo goes slightly wide. Are we going to see Pandaman Gaming going to get the switch back through this turn? No, he's not quite close enough. But we've got the McLaren fighting out with the Alfa Romeo in front. Donmore makes that position up after going wide the previous turn, but now the McLaren is coming back on the inside. Oh, and they touch. It's absolute carnage here, and he's going to go back onto track. Hopefully he's ghosted. Wow.
He is ghosted. Very unfortunate to see for Voice of Chris after battling out with the glitchy Dom War, and it's been taken out practically from Dom War, as we now have T de Silva trying to defend against Pandaman Gaming around turn 1, and Pandaman now was able to get the overtake on Lucifer and finds himself now up to 8th place.
So Craigie then with another with a 3-second. That's 2 guys with penalties already. Only 4 laps in, and the top 4 though.
Oh, hold on! Sorry to cut you off there. We have a dive on the inside from Lucifer. Dunmore taking a super wide line around turn 4. Goes onto the gravel and just didn't have the traction to defend. Sorry to cut you off there, Patty. Continue now.
Oh, De Silva's gone. De Silva has gone. The pressure. He was under immense pressure from Pandaman Gaming, and now coming up the top of the hill, and he's now doing donuts for the fun of it. Unlucky there, De Silva, but look at this. Pandaman Gaming up into 6th place from starting at the back of the field.
So T De Silva messing up on the dreaded uphill of turn 8, goes onto the grass, back onto the track, and he looks like he was mowing up some grass a little bit, missed the spot as he drifts around turn 11 into the wall. That's going to be major damage to that diffuser on the AlphaTauri. And he could be looking at an early leave, and there you go, retires on the track. T De Silva, very unfortunate to see, but Craigie now was able to get past Pulowski using the DRS into turn 1, but Pulowski could be getting that position back, as you can see those flashing red lights on the back of that Red Bull. Pulowski's getting the better traction around turn 4 with the DRS, the ERS, and the slipstream. He's going to look on the inside, a McLaren dive into turn 5, and he's going to be able to make it. Or is he? Craigie gets the better traction on the exit, and Craigie finds himself back into the podium positions.
That was some good racing there. Slight tap of that rear tire to the front nose there. Just unbalanced the McLaren driver, and that gave the traction back to Craigie, who then got back in front.
What an amazing back and forth battle we are seeing for that podium position of Craigie and Pulowski. Kevo right on the rear of Pulowski as well. And of course, Pulowski trying to battle out for that driver's championship, as it's getting very, very close between the two, between him and AFS Natty, where AFS Natty, as we did remember, served a drive-through penalty, now down to 15th at the start of this race now. So very unfortunate to see that, as we have another spin of the Chaos Druid around turn 1. Probably got a little bit too much of that curb. But now we're going to go
on
board.
Board now with Tom Moore then. He's in the DRS. Unfortunately for Lucifer Zahid, he doesn't have the DRS from the car in front. He pulls to the inside, does Tom Moore. To turn 1 we go. And they go side by side into turn 1. Slightly pushed off track there. But he does get in that position. It was his line to take.
So Dom Moore getting the overtake there. One person we could see beginning an overtake as they go side by side. Craigie and Mason around turn 5. The Red Bull pushes the Williams off of the track, but Mason is still fighting back as they bump rubbers and make their way towards turn 7 and the dreaded uphill of turn 8. Sorry, not Kevo. Kevo's teammate of Mason.
Pulowski's going to get the inside here. No, he's backed out. He's backed out up the hill. It looked like he was going to get the better traction, take both of them for a minute.
Well, I'm just waiting for them to make a move like you did around here, taking a little bit of a wide line, trying to get the switchback on this corner, but no one really utilizing it, as they still follow right behind each other.
To get that move, though, you really have to downshift, because if you don't, you're changing gear through that corner, which then slows you down a little bit. But I don't see a lot of these boys upshifting, which I'm guessing is because they're using a bit of traction or something, but traction control. But yeah, you've got to short shift up the hill, so you're not changing gear through the corner. Go wide and then come right in on the apex, and you can try and get them on the breaking point to that turn, and that's what you saw from me yesterday.
Yeah, honestly, you proved that time and time again as well. As we're now looking at it, Craigie gets a little bit of a deep line there. Is Pulowski going to try and make the move like that around the DRS zone? It's not going to be able to do it. Still 2 tenths, but with Craigie having DRS of their own, not going to be able to get it. Voice of Chris has crashed out on the pit entrance, and that is definitely surely going to be a safety car.
It is. Well, it is. We've got a safety car here on lap 7. And, well, Voice of Chris, unlucky for him, the guy that joined you yesterday in the commentary box for Division 2 is now out of his race in Tier 3. He will not be happy with that. Did you see how it happened?
No, I couldn't see, and I was trying to go on board with Artistic Genius to see if he'll be able to catch up and check the carnage, but I was actually looking at that little icon on the bottom right of the track map. It looked like it just got a little bit too much oversteering on the exit of turn 15 and crashed right into the wall right before the pit entrance. So very unfortunate for Voice of Chris, but let's see.
So, this is why you should watch other tiers. Now, we had this yesterday, and if you notice, there was a few of us boys that stayed out because we noticed the red striped tires, the softer compound tire. We seen guys do 21 laps. We seen guys do 15, 16 laps. You know, do the boys, but then we did see boys come in on lap 8 to put the mediums. The mediums have gone the distance from this time, but they do run out of steam towards the end. Now then, have these boys watched Tier 2, and it looks like a lot of them are choosing to go in. See, this is where a bit of experience comes in here. A lot of boys deciding to pit. Now, if I was in this position right now, I wouldn't be pitting at this stage of the race.
Well, let's say the few drivers to actually follow that is going to be Monster, Kevo, and Villeneuve in the top 3. Also with Spectre and Natty, after Spectre started on the set of mediums at the beginning of this race. Unfortunate with his drive-through penalty, but looks like could be getting a little bit of resurgence with the safety car.
Yeah, I agree completely there, David Boyer. The last corner is very, very deadly. We've seen spins in Tier 1, Tier 2, and now Tier 3, whether it be qualifying or the race. But I think what it comes down to is people are really trying to get that launch out of that turn and maybe using a bit of VRS with a full lock. And if your tyres are half worn, you know, you're really that part of the track, albeit flat out, is very bumpy in areas of the tarmac, and if you hit that wrong part of the tarmac flat out with the RS, well, you can say goodbye. You're spinning around at 200 miles an hour.
Yeah, especially at this track, very, very difficult with the tire temperatures as well. And especially on the left side is where you really see a lot of the damage with turns 15, turns 1, 2, and 3, and also that uphill of turn 8 takes a lot of what's called strain on those set of rubbers, but that just comes down to pit strategy as well.
We've got we got bloody Conor McGregor in the chat.
Oh, do we actually?
Yeah, how's it going, Conor?
Oh, hey,
you know Irish Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Oi, oi! I'll tell you what, I'm waiting for a cameraman. Anyway, we're going to go and I'm going to take a minute break. I'm going to make myself a coffee because my wife decides not to. Casey's going to make me a coffee. Hey, that's one way to do it. That's one way to do it. Oh, do you know what, darling? I bloody love you.
Honestly, a lovely
go on,
couple
everybody,
over there.
you weapons. Here comes our class. We're a bit off topic at the minute, aren't we? A little bit different to last week. We've got a bit off topic a couple of times today, haven't we? But that
yeah, but we're just waffling.
See who there with 3 seconds coming in, which is really weird, considering we're under a safety car. Bit of a driver error there from him.
Oh, but I'm actually looking at this now. Hosu. That's just how I'm gonna say their name. I really don't know.
You just do look, you just go for it, mate. That's what I do. I get the names wrong all the time. I even get the cars wrong. You know, you'd be staring at an Aston Martin and say McLaren. You know what I mean? You couldn't get any different in colours, but I still somehow make that mistake. It's like,
you know what? It adds to the content, so you know what? That makes sense. But talking about Hosu, they have actually accumulated already 11 seconds of time penalties already.
Wow!
And it's only been
K's brother.
Oh, but unless Poke is secretly behind the wheel.
Maybe that could be the reason. Anyway, welcome in, everybody. We're almost ready to go. We're going to have one more lap under safety car, I believe. We've got 2 retirements of this race so far. Only 9 laps in, and about to start our 10th lap. So we'll be underway on the 11th by, I think, the way these boys will catch up. Yeah. 2 retirements already. Monster then inherits P1 after the 2 drivers of Spective and Natty both get off the line earlier than what the lights said they were allowed to, and that caused them to get 2 drive-throughs, a drive-through each, and Monster inherited the lead. He's had a couple of battles with Kevu, but he's managed to stay in front. Let's see how he gets on with the restart.
Well, let's see. He's going to be, once that safety car, and we get that race control safety car in this lap, which we should be seeing at the end of this lap, actually, Monster will be, in theory, the safety car, as the drivers need to respect Monster out on track, not getting the overtake before the timing line, unless he spins out, of course, as we have seen that a few times with safety car restarts if they don't warm up their tires long enough. But we'll just have to wait and see how this start will come around.
We've got 23 in YouTube. We've got 23 in TikTok. Let's go. We've got a total of 44 people watching this right now.
Honestly, thank you guys so much for the support. Always love you guys. practically these leagues would not be like anything without our beautiful supporters, our racers, our staff, and everyone. So thank you guys so much, as we do appreciate every single one of you.
And there you go, race control safety car in this lap. So the Aston Martin of Monster becomes that effective safety car, and he will now start backing up that pack and getting ready for the launch.
Well, let's see as they negotiate around turns 14. Cannot go yet until the safety car makes their way into the pit lane. As it's coming around turn 15 now. When is Monster going to go down on the hammer? Negotiating around turn 15 now. One straightaway, one incline. And he's going to go for it now with the ERS. Cavo has been caught off guard. Who is that? It looks like Mason had a little bit of a slide there on the exit.
Polowski is going to go on the inside then of Mason. They're going to go side by side, I believe. Maybe no. The McLaren has gone back. However, which left him under pressure from Pandaman Gaming. And Pandaman Gaming in the other Williams is having a bit of a sniff as we see a bit of end plate going off. Someone's got damage somewhere. We didn't see who, but someone has.
Oh, and Panama Gaming getting a little bit of a slide around turn 4, is able to slot back in right ahead of Lucifer. But I'm looking at it now, AFS Natty Mason, and now Polowski is going to get into a battle also with Spectriv as well. A four-way battle and a deep dive from Polowski on turn 8. He finds himself from 8th up to 7th and right behind the championship leader of AFS Natty.
Some great racing going on right now. Very close racing as well. They've got to be very, very careful to not tangle with each other. And fair play to the boys. They're doing a great job here now. It's got a good aerial view from there. We can just see how close these guys are racing at such high speed. It's amazing to see. As we see now, look, the McLaren gets a brilliant exit of Polowski. And it looks like he's going to get him here before the end of the lap. And he's going to get that lovely done on the back now of the AlphaTauri. But look at this. The Alfa Romeo is coming right back at him.
Let's see as they go side by side. Natty on the inside, Polowski on the outside, but Natty had to yield, not comfortable trying to make a battle into turn 1, where Polowski now falls down and has to settle for 7th place for the time being. A few pit stoppers.
It definitely takes a lot of balls to go 2 abreast. Never mind 3 abreast like we did yesterday around turn 1.
I saw that. I remember that. Chaos Druid is out of this race. Looks like had a collision with Baguette on the right side, and now that's going to be another safety car, period.
Another safety car. Baguette has lost her front wing. A very rare coming together from Paige. Normally a very, very, very clean driver in the respect of she never gets in any bother, and she just ticks away. But luckily she's still in this race. She can now get into the pits and get back into this and go again.
But now, this is going to be where the drivers consider, is it time to go on a set of mediums if they have been on a set of softs?
Yeah, I mean, you're going to see all the boys that haven't pitted now. The time that we restart this is going to be like 14. And, yeah, they're going to be going on the mediums now, for sure. I mean, they'd be silly not to.
Well, if they do that, Polowski could be looking at a potential lead in this race after already making a stop. But let's see now. It's going to be a very busy pit stop as it is. Polowski also goes into the pit lane as well. So Pandaman Gaming is going to be leading the safety car restart. Oh, and Polowski gets
have a look here. Yeah, but he's on 4-lap hold. He's only on 4-lap hold mediums. So he pitted early, so he does not need to pit. If we get another safety car here, it could really help out Pandaman Gaming. He could pit for the softs towards at the end and be ultra fast. Or can he get these mediums to last? Can he defend? He knows he's got pace. Be interesting to see how he plays this strategy tonight.
Well, we're going to have to wait and see as we are nearing around the first third of this race. And it looks like Dunmore got a little bit of contact.
Pole was a 117.5, boys. Pole was 117.5.
Yep. Oh, wait, it's Jack. Jack, how you doing, my man? I've known this guy for so long. Hey, Jack! Look at Jack! Hey, Jack Daniels!
Hello, Jack! Very good, very nice!
Jack, how did your commentary go, my man? Love to see you in here. Oh, looks like Patty Pat had a little bit of a cough as he reacts on live camera on TikTok. I love that.
Oh, I forgot you're watching both. I can't mute TikTok though.
Well, I have my phone off, so
coughing.
I have my phone
Thanks,
off,
darling.
so there's no echo.
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna have some rich tea biscuits while we're under safety car.
So it looks like
Come at
those
me.
cashews didn't really help you out there, did it, Patty Pat?
I didn't hear a word of that. All I'd seen was rich tea biscuits, and my brain just melted.
Ayo, honestly, I'm the same way. When I see food, I'm just like, just blank.
The thing is, it's such a mission to get the right dipping consistency without letting the rich tea drop off into the. It takes years of practice.
It's kind of like dipping your Oreos in milk, isn't it?
No, it's worse than that, bro.
Really?
Have you not dipped a rich tea in a coffee?
I've dipped it in a tea, just not coffee. No.
Well, hang on a minute. It's the same bloody thing, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm just pulling your tail, mate. I'm just pulling your tail. But looks
it takes a lot, mate. It takes a lot of years of practice to get this right. It's getting the right timings. It's like Formula One. You've got to get the right perfect timings. It's right on the edge, and if you miss it by half a second, well, you're dropping that rich tea into the coffee. And it's a bit like Formula One. You've got to get it right.
So as you guys can see, Patty Pat being the biscuit connoisseur here in the comms box. If you guys have any news or any questions about biscuits, Patty Pat is your man. But
it's all about the stats. It's all about the biscuit stats.
And of course, you know him. He has the experience. He has a lot of experience.
Yeah, have you not seen my rich tea belly? Full of rich teas.
But with this safety car now, Artistic Genius is now able to catch up with the pack, making everyone now in the safety car queue, and we could be looking at the race control come in soon. But look at this sight. This is what I love. Turns 9, 10, and 11. Just a beautiful sight to see here at Portimao with all of these drivers making their way through.
And it's not just up and down, it's left and right. Like, it's just the camber of the track as well as going up and down. Sorry, mate, I just started a conversation, then halfway through a conversation I had to eat my biscuit, otherwise it would have dropped. Bad times.
No worries, but there we go. Race control has just come through. The safety car is going to be in this lap now. And Pandaman Gaming can go whenever he feels like. He's technically the safety car in this restart. We're right on the tail end of the Alpine of Pandaman Gaming. As the safety car is now coming around the final corner, is now in the pit lane. Pandaman can go whenever he wants and catches Domwar with his pants down around turn 15 with a huge lead. And Domwar is going to have to catch up with a little bit of ERS.
That was a great restart from Pandaman Gaming. Into turn 1 it goes, and to be fair, both of them have kind of dropped the other guys at the back. Kevin got to do a lot of work here now, but he's under pressure by Monster, which is almost going to be slowing both of them down now. Oh, very wide there from Williams. I thought he was going to have a bit of a spin as it all funneled through here. Up the hill they go. No spins to report as yet. All of them getting through.
And look at Spectrum now going side to side with Villeneuve around turn 5 and makes his way up to 5th place. He was actually our provisional lead. Actually, no, he wasn't. He actually was one of the two with the drive-through penalties. So
he qualified in 3rd or 2nd, I believe.
Well,
3rd it was.
4th actually.
Yeah.
He was actually 4th.
No, was it? Oh, right, fair enough.
Yeah. Well, hey, he's still qualified in the top position. That's what we're basically saying. But with a good recovery drive so far, up to 5th place. We're AFS Natty as well, the other one with the drive-through penalty.
Mercedes! He had a half spin there, but luckily for him, the McLaren boys straightened him out again, and I think he's going to have to buy him a pint at the end of this race, because if it wasn't for the McLaren on the outside, he would have been going round and saying goodnight.
Well, if it's anything, it's gonna be Jack J.D. Daniels then, isn't my man, in the chat. But it looks like
Spectre. We're gonna go 3 abreast, guys. We're gonna go 3 abreast into turn 1. This is incredible scenes we're seeing here, guys, and it's gonna happen. We went 3 abreast into turn 1, and it's Craigie that gets out in front. Wow, they actually managed it. There's absolute scenes kicking off here. This is great and fantastic racing. This is what you want to see in Tier 3.
What an extraordinary restart that we have seen here tonight, Patty Pat. As we're looking at AFS Natty trying to answer back on Poloski into turn 5. Has to give the space on the outside, and Poloski getting the better traction on the exit. Finds himself back up to 8th as it's still going side by side to turn 6 and 7. Now on the uphill of turn 8. Natty on the outside. Pulowski gets a little bit of a slide on the inside, and
He's
Natty
got better
has
traction
done
going
it.
uphill, and he does. He had the better traction coming up that hill, and you could see the launch that he got, and Pulowski had nothing to answer to that.
Honestly, extraordinary to see those type of clean racing here, especially in a track like this, and specifically Sector 2. A very, very tough Sector to go side by side throughout the entirety of that sector as well. So, my hat is off for you, my man.
Yeah, well, tier 3 boys going 3 wide, and they still managed to come out unscathed. It just goes to show the quality of racers we have in this whole league. Never mind if you're in tier 1, tier 3, or the academy. These boys are putting on a show for us tonight.
Extraordinary scenes as we are actually used to here in Prospects, but we actually just witnessed Spectre getting a little bit of an overtake on Monster into turn 1, but we could be looking at a potential overtake from Mark 7 God on the hard runner of Mason as they now into turn 5. Is he going to go for it? No, he is not. It was going to be very close there, but if I'm right, Pulowski was able to get past Natty once again in turn 5 as well. Sorry we just missed that, guys. I know they're gonna have a talk with me after that for saying you missed my battle.
It's been going on for some while, and I don't think it's going to end there. These two are really going at it. So we're going to get plenty of battles between the Alfa Romeo and McLaren. They're both like out on their own at the minute. They've got a gap behind them, and they've got a gap in front of them. But if they're not careful, Valencia then is looking to get on the back of this fight, and he's bringing 3 cars along with him.
Well, we're gonna have to wait and see if anything's gonna brew up for that, but we could be looking at Craigie getting the DRS right behind Tilmo around the outside of turn 15. That rear flap is now open and it's taking candy from a baby.
What?
As they make their way down now, Natty is going to get the overtake as well on Pulowski as he makes his way back up to 8th. Them two getting into a battle throughout this entirety of the race. Dalmore is now out of this race on turn 4 on the inside, crashes out, and now he is done. No safety car from what it looks like, so it looks like we're still continuing. Baguette has made her way into the pit lane with that 10-second time penalty glitch around turn 8. So it looks like she is now out of this race. Miss Consistent is now out of Prospects Tier 3 Round 7.
Well, you don't see that very often, but you know, you can't have them all. You can't have them all, but it's a shame, really. It is a shame. I think the thing is, when you're a driver that's so consistent, and you have an incident, a very rare incident, sometimes it has the opposite effect on you. You struggle then to get back in that zone of what you're so used to being like, and I think that may have happened to Paige there today. You know, you have that incident, and then you're already wrapped up, and you don't know how to deal with those sort of emotions because you're not used to being there, and that could be the downfall of DNFing or getting things wrong. And it's like anything, like, you know, you get something wrong, everything seems to go and follow it, doesn't it? You know, and I think it's all to do with the mind and the way the mind works. And these guys are driving on either sim rigs or pads or whatever, but these are fast guys, and it's not just about the ability of their natural ability. It's all about the mind game as well, keeping yourself cool, picking your choice, picking your moments, being mature, looking at not just that battle you're having, but looking at the entire race and really trying to keep a mature mind on your head. As we see a Williams driver of Mason going on the inside there, goes slightly wide, and it looks like the Mercedes there gets that switch back. But yeah, going back onto that, it's not just the ability, it's all about the maturity and the mindset behind this game as well.
Exactly. Positivity can take you a long way in life and in situations like this in racing. But it looks like we have a 4-way battle now for that 9th place with Villeneuve, Mason, the Aston Martin of Mark 7 God, and Lucifer, 2 Mercedes into
Is he going
that
to try
battle.
that switch back there? No, he's not. I thought he was going to try and go on the inside there under braking, but he's closer than ever here on the back of the Williams. Luckily for Mason, though, he does have the DRS of the Mercedes in front.
Yep, so we're going to be seeing that, but now we're going to go up the field a little bit with Pulowski, with Natty having those flashing red lights. Pulowski's going to look on the inside into turn 1, and it's an easy overtake. DRS very strong here tonight at Portimao.
Very textbook move there from the McLaren. Good job, well done. Up the road for him then is Tilmo. Is he going to get the DRS? Let's have a look. He does as well. So not only the DRS on the first the pit straight, he's now got the second DRS, which protects him from the likes of Natty, who he's just overtaken.
Well, look at
What's
this
happening to
now.
Mason?
Mason's going to dive on the inside of Villeneuve into turn 5. That DRS, as I said, very strong here. And Mason utilizing it to perfection. Finds himself now up into 9th place. And we're just having battles all over the field. I'm actually looking at a battle a little bit up ahead with Spectriv. I'm trying to keep in touch with Kevo now with those older set of softs. Let's see if Spectriv's going to close the gap now with 4/10 onto the DRS straight now after turn 15. He's going to be having DRS, and we're going to go on board with Kevo to see how strong it truly is. The gap now 4/10, and you see the gap now. We're probably like around 3 car lengths behind.
So Kevo
and just look how
goes
strong it
defensive
is.
He goes defensive, almost switched back on the racing line, giving him the dummy. But I tell you what, Spectriv was not having any of it. He picked his line and got that move up to P2. Now he's got Panaman Gaming on 12-lap-old mediums ahead of him.
Well, let's see if Panaman Gaming can make those mediums last. It's going to be a tough order for him, as I've actually haven't seen this in quite a long time. Artistic Genius getting an overtake on the Red Bull of Hosu as they make their way into the pit lane. 5-second time penalty for spinning into the pit lane as well. Lucifer was able to get past Mark 7 God with the DRS as well, getting a faster exit around turn 4, was able to stick, and now right behind his teammate Villeneuve on the set of hards.
So Paige is not happy in chat at the minute. She's very not happy at all. You can see the emotions there flying high at the minute. It always is after a race. Even when you've had a good race, your emotion seems to be all over the place. I know after any race of mine, before and after, I'm shaking with adrenaline for at least an hour and a half after. It really does take a while for you to calm down. But I'm sure she'll be fine and come back stronger than ever. There's got a 3-way battle going on now. Tilmo, Pelowski and Natty.
I'm actually keeping an eye on that battle as well as it develops. Was always Pelowski and Natty, but now both of them catching up now to the Alpine driver of Tilmo on the DRS straight. Is Pelowski going to try and make the move? A little bit too far behind to make a dive, as we do see now. But Tilmo has a little bit of an advantage on a set of softs, and could be getting a little bit faster traction, but with them catching up, those softs could be deteriorating a little bit later on in this race.
Lap 9 old softs for Craigie, and he looks like he's really catching the monster right now on 8-lap-old mediums. If he's going to do it, he's got to do it now before those softs lose their, optimal tyre time. Really, the fastest. Can't get me fucking words out. The prime. Yeah, that's it. Go on. Go on, mate. Finish me off, mate. I mean, not like that. I mean, not like that. I mean,
Hey! Caught in 4K! Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
18 plus. 18 plus. Oh, shit.
You're right. Hey, we all have those moments, mate.
What time? It's half 11 over here. It's getting late. Obviously. Yeah. Damn. Oh, God.
Honestly, that's definitely going to be one for the highlight reel. As we do see
Sector 3, it's
Hosu.
the Red Bull of Su has gone off. He's just come out of the pits. He's having a horrid time out there today.
Yeah, but one person that could be looking at a potential overtake could be Pelowski. 3/10, 2/10, 1/10, looking on the inside, side by side into turn 1. Pelowski on the inside, and he's able to push his way up to 6th place.
My advice for you to Paige is go to bed, chill out, and you'll be fine.
Oh yeah, honestly.
I ain't coming back. Ain't no racing driver. You fight for it, love. You fight for it. Let's go.
Come on, Paige. We all have your back on this. You'll be fine, Paige. And as Jack Daniels says, sleep on it and potentially decide later on. But
I tell you what, we could have a battle here. Lucifer Sahid on Mason. 2 different tyre strategies right now. We've got 10-lap-old hards versus the 9-lap-old mediums. The Lucifer Sahid has got to get a move here because his teammate is right behind him as well.
Yeah, so it looks like them two swapped positions earlier on in the laps. So Lucifer, well, actually, it's good though because if Lucifer was behind Villeneuve, those mediums were gonna deteriorate a lot quicker with that dirty air.
Oh, Kevin's gone in the pits.
Panda
Man's gone in the pits. Sorry, that's it. He's gone in the pits. He's done 15 laps. Very early to stop on those mediums, I'd say. But he's going to now go for the soft compound tyre, going for the 2-stop strategy then tonight.
Let's see if he's gonna make up with those points. Potentially a fast lap, the fastest lap for Panda Man Gaming as he exits out the pit lane, looking to end on those set of tires. Monster and Craig, we're gonna go side by side into turn 5. Craigie now finds himself up to 3rd place. And let's see if Monster can try and answer back with those set of mediums.
He looked like he got good traction, but not good enough. This is where you can really gain if you just short shift up. They're coming out of that turn coming up that hill in gear 3. Let's just put it into perspective. I went up there. I short shifted gear 5 up there.
Oh wow!
And they're going up that hill. I short shift up to 5. I short shift up to 5 up the top of that, on the way up to that hill, to get the traction down, and then not have to. And that's why I can get the switchback on the next turn, because I'm not changing gears, and it's not slowing me down slightly.
Yeah, and especially with the elevation, you're kind of going on a downhill, so the earlier you do it, the faster the acceleration you'll get. But it looks like Spectre and Kevo are now into the pit lane. Craigie and Monster.
See, this is where we have to disagree, my friend, because as you go down the hill, you lose less weight on the rear tyres. Therefore, if you go into a higher gear, like say gear 5, the turbo's not going to kick in until you start getting at the bottom side of the hill, and then it'll propel you into the next turn.
That is fair. Yep, that is fair.
All right.
Yep. You learn. Hey, you learn things every single day, ladies and gentlemen. In this sort of.
Mate, I just watch Jano Opmia too much, and I just can't seem to get his race
come
pace.
on!
It's just the annoying thing.
Oh, so he basically told that to you. That's how bullying starts, ladies and gentlemen. Just because someone does it to you doesn't mean you can do it to someone else.
It does indeed. Right. What we got on then? We got Mason in behind Lucifer. We've got Monster on the back, almost within that DRS zone of Craigie. And now we're going to kind of take a look now of Panda. He's 4.2 seconds behind Villeneuve. He's good to the end now. He's come back in PA. Started last on the grid. PA so far having a good recovery race from his qualifying. We've got yellow flags in the sector 2, and I believe that could be
Hosu once again.
So again, he's really struggling out there tonight.
He really is. But I'm looking at it now. Monster and Craigie are both now into the pit lane. That's going to push Pavlovsky into the lead with Natty close behind in the DRS. This is going to be a very, very close finish between these two drivers as they negotiate around turns 1, 2, and 3. And as I said, Pandaman Gaming with the fastest lap of 119.573.
I tell you what, though, Pandaman Gaming, though, he's got that fastest lap. He's in the top 10. This is going well for him right now. Taking notes from, well, you have to when you've got a race against you bloody lot. You got to remember, I race with no assists. I got to take anything I can get.
That's pretty much, yeah. I'm close to being there, but without the driving line, I just can't do it. Oh, a little bit of a slide there from Mason on the exit of turn 5. Was able to save it, but now is going to be having Villeneuve on the tail end now. And now he is out of DRS distance as well, and with those set of mediums, he's gonna run away. Lucifer is who I'm talking about. Running away from Mason now. But let's see, now we're coming around turns 13, now turn 14 for AFS Natty. In the penultimate corner of lap 26, he is in the DRS distance. This is it, all or nothing potentially at the end of this race. Around 8 laps left to go here at Portugal. Let's see if AFS Natty is gonna get that position on Pavlovsky. A little bit too far behind, I do think, but we're gonna have to wait and see later on in this race.
What I've noticed right now in this Division 3, the biggest, as we see there, Spectre getting fastest lap at 1:18.6, great lap. But just what I've noticed, the overall, what I'm seeing from Div 2, Div 1 and Div 3 is the use of ERS. They're using a lot of ERS. Now at this stage of the race, I still have 50%. Which therefore, if I really needed to challenge, I could challenge. It's all about using that at the right time and the right place of this track. And I feel like a lot of these guys at the minute are all on very low ERS. A few boys on 60. I'll tell you who's doing a great job. Monster's sitting on 67%. So you can see now he's going to get the run here. He's going to have a lot of ERS. He's going to wait now.
Oh,
for the
Pandaman Gaming has spun, I do believe, around turn 8. Sorry to cut you off there, Patty Pat, but Panda now falls down behind Spectriv and now down to 7th.
Luckily, it's not too much of a. It's damage limitations there. A little bit like my spin yesterday. I spun round and I got going straight away. So not too much time lost. It could have been a lot worse for Panda.
Yep, but he puts it back onto the concrete. Let's see if he's able to make it stick on the track. But I'm looking at the front
Monster
now.
right now because Monster's on 78% ERS. Oh, hang on, go for Natty. Natty's going to go for it. No, he's not. So go back down to Monster now. He's gone 60, 52. He's using it now. Compared to Craigie, watch how much he now catches from that far. Look, he's not going to do it. But look how far back he was. It's so much at this stage of the race when everyone's got no ERS. The advantage by saving it is huge. And now he's going to get a position right now. He's got 43% versus the 5%. And but luckily, Craig got an absolute brilliant exit out of that turn. But you know, there's a big difference, and I think that's what I'm seeing right now between the Div 2, Div 1, and Div 3. They're using a lot of their ERS very early on.
Well, it looks like with them using a lot of ERS, some of them making accounts, some of them not. But it's going to be the dire moments of the race as we're actually looking on Villeneuve trying to catch up with Mason now, as Mason is still out of the DRS. Villeneuve now 3/10 behind, same as Spectre 3/10 behind Villeneuve. We could be looking at a three-way battle into turn one. Two of them with a set of hards, Spectre with a set of softs after getting the fastest lap as well. Let's see if Spectre is going to get past and make it a double overtake.
We could see this could be a three-way into turn one here, the way this is looking. We're going to get double DRS. Is the other one going to catch up as well? The Mercedes gets past. Is Lucifer Side going to get past as well? Sorry, Valencia get past as well. Yes, he does.
But on the exit, taking a little bit too much of a wide line, and we'll be getting a 3-second time penalty. Let's see Spectre around the outside of Mason. A little nudge. They touch rubbers on the exit of turn 4, and then Spectre's trying to make a dive on the inside of turn 5. It's getting very close. And Spectre with the traction on those set of softs is able to shut the door on Mason.
We love to see it. Incredible wheel-to-wheel action there. Mason coming off worse end there, but I tell you what, he's not finished. He's not finished. Really put up a good fight though from a guy who's just had 3-lap-old softs on. Spectre though, he's got a job to do here. He's got to make another couple of positions. He has penalties.
Yeah, but this is one person I'm actually looking at right now.
Look at Poloski! Natty's on the inside! Natty's on the inside! What's happening to Poloski?
Poloski took a super wide line, but actually this is going to help Poloski as he'll be having DRS on the exit here.
He's done it for DRS. I now know why he's gone wide. He's done it to get the DRS back. Very smart there from Poloski. Caught Natty napping there. Caught Natty napping. That's weird.
Natty napping. That's gonna be their new gamer tag if they ever decide.
Caught Natty napping. Oh god,
that would be hilarious if I actually saw that in like one day, just randomly. But Craigie now got the overtake on Kevo, pushes his way up to 8th place now. But if you were Natty, would you try to make the overtake on Poloski or just stay right behind? Because Poloski is currently on time penalties.
Yeah. He can't. There's 3 laps left. He's sticking with him. The only thing he's got to worry about is Lucifer Side behind him. But he's on the same tyre length right now. He's on 16-lap old as well. He's got 3 seconds to play with. Sit back, chill out, maybe save a bit of ARS. If you want to get on track, just stick behind him. Don't use any ARS for about 2 laps and try and get him on the last lap just to take that checkered flag on track instead of through penalties. But he doesn't need to. If he's playing the long game, he's a championship leader. Sit back, take the win. Cheers.
Well, Natty has all the cards in his hand, where Poloski only has 1 card in his hand, where he needs to get past Natty and ahead by around 5 seconds actually for Pawlowski. And actually with that we're going to go down the penalties with Pawlowski with 5 seconds, Lucifer with 3, and Spectre with 6. The highest one is actually with Hosu with 23 seconds of time penalties.
Yeah, Valencia doing a good job on those hards. 17 lap old hards now, taking it to the end with 2 laps to go. We've had a good race here. We've had 5 retirements in this race, a couple of safety cars, which is to be expected. Great racing from these boys today, though. We've had a lot of overtakes, and a bit unfortunate, though, for the guys getting the drive-through at the start of the race. But hey, Spectre has done a good job to get back up into 4th place. And was it Natty that got over drive-through?
Yeah, so it was Natty and Spectre with the drive-through penalty at the beginning of this race.
So to get that drive-through and then to come back into 2nd place right now on the back of Pawlowski, he's a Formula 1 driver. He's going to want to do this on track, but he's got to save that ERS to do it.
Well, now we're going to be coming around turns 14 and 15. 2 more laps around Portimao. And looks like Spectre is going to go side by side potentially with Villeneuve on the exit. Spectre trying to get the overtake, will be getting it with the little bit preserved ERS and the DRS into the finishing straight. Spectre finds himself now into the podium positions.
Yeah, the reason why the fuel was an issue yesterday is because this is a very technical track. So even I nearly got caught. I had to coast and lift a lot yesterday in my middle stint. You know, when I was lost in no man's land?
Yeah.
I was coasting, trying to get, because I underfueled a lot because it's such a technical track. You would expect to be safety cars, and when there was not one safety car yesterday, it caught out a lot of drivers. But I was very smart. When I knew that we were going long on the softs, I then just stuck behind Leclerc and I just saved everything, lifted and coasted, used the DRS, but then lifted, and I managed to get enough fuel left to finish the race. But when I mean I just had enough to finish, I was on 0, 0, 0, 0. It was on red when I crossed the line. So it was literally time to perfection. It was crazy. I've never seen Portugal without a safety car, but that just goes to prove how clean these races are in this league. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, honestly, we always love to see that, and that is where we actually see the drivers see how they do when they work under pressure. And especially something like that, running out of fuel, it's detrimental to someone's race. But now, Natty is going to get the overtake on Pawlowski on the final lap into turn 1. Pawlowski falls down to 2nd. Natty gets a little bit more of the sausage curve.
On the inside! Oh, Pawlowski goes to the inside line as well. That was incredible. And they're still fighting. I tell you what, Pawlowski, although he knows he's going to lose on track, he wants off track. He's going for it, isn't he? He is going for it. Sorry, I got tongue-tied there. I got too excited.
Oh, but look at Natty now with a deep dive on the inside. Takes too much
Pawlowski
of a wide line.
goes for the switchback. Pawlowski goes for the switchback, and they're still going at it. Unbelievable stuff we're seeing. Natty's still continuing to fight it, and Pawlowski stays ahead. They've got to be careful here, because Spectre wants to get amongst it all.
Yeah, so Spectre with those set of softs is going to be having a little bit of an advantage over the medium runners up ahead of him, as you can see how close they are. And look at Spectre with the switchback on turn 10 and 11, and he's able to do it. Oh, actually, they still go side by side. Is Natty going to try to make the dive? He is. They still side by side. Let's see if Spectre's going to come out on top, which he has into turn 14. But
he's
now
going to get the grip on the last corner as well, but he's going to try that switchback, get underneath his DRS. It looks like Pawlowski is going to take the checkered flag here, but he's going to lose it to Natty. Is Natty going to do it? They come across the line, and he does. It's Natty P1. Lucifer Sahid comes out and away, gets P2.
Pawlowski P3 and Pandaman Gaming into P4 by 600ths of a second. Recovery drive.
Recovery.
Love that. Absolutely love that, ladies and gentlemen.
What a drive. Natty for the win. Lucifer Sahid coming in. That's the guy that we were missing and then ended up coming in, actually. He wasn't in quali, was he? But coming in with P2. Pandaman Gaming starting at the back of the grid. Coming in P4. You've got to watch out for that guy in the championship. Natty's got to look over his shoulder for that man.
Yeah, but with Natty getting the race win here at Portimao is going to solidify his place even further for that driver's championship lead. Let's see if he's able to keep it going and keep on to that lead when it comes to the end. But that is going to be it for Portimao as we wait for the lap drivers of Artistic Genius and Hosu come across. And Spectre gets a glitch 20-second time penalty. So, but
Yeah,
Spectre did still
He already
finish.
finished.
Yeah, he already finished, guys. So that's a glitch right there.
Mondi, I'm really annoyed, I'm stupid, I'm going. Brilliant. Driver of the day then. Who's your driver of the day? Pandaman Gaming is Codemaster's driver of the day.
I might have to give it to him as well. What a recovery drive. After spinning out a few times on the track and starting in last as well, was able to fight his way up to 4th place. I think it's a very, very good result. Just shy of a podium finish, but Pandaman Gaming is going to be my driver of the day.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Natty. The reason why I'm going to get it to Natty is he had a mistake at the start, and it's so important. Like, imagine getting pole. Your mindset is ready for that. Like, you're on pole, you've done the best you can do, and then you make an error right at the start of a 50% race, which costs you a drive-through, which then effectively is putting you last place. And then to come back through the pack and get P1 back again, keeping your emotions together, really pushing forward, that is my drive of the day, and that's why I give it to Natty.
I think that's a true deserved for driver of today. But that is going to be it. Natty, Lucifer, and Pulowski rounds up the podium.
I'll tell you what though, Spectre for 118 with the fastest lap, he gets an extra point. Although I think there's a glitch there. I do think he did actually where did he finish?
I believe he finished in
P5,
5th.
wasn't it?
I do believe, yeah. I think he finished in P5. We're gonna have to go back on the footage to solidify that, but I think that's a perfect stop. That's gonna be it for Prospects eRacing League Tier 3 Round 7. Thanks again to Patty Pat, as it is very late for you as well.
Oh mate, do you know what I just done?
What?
I'm so used to putting my thumbs up to the camera before I'm going. I literally put my thumbs up to the camera and no one can see me. No one can see me and I'm just saying, yeah, let's go.
I mean, we can see it on the TikTok.
Yeah, you can see it on the TikTok. TikTok's behind me having a right laugh.
Mate, I do the same. I always use my hands when I communicate as well. So this whole time, I'm like, when I say they shoot, I'm doing like the whole, like, you know when like you smack yourself and you go like the straight arm where you're like telling a plane to shoot off of a hangar. I'm just doing all of this like, but yeah.
Honestly, when it gets this late, there's some weird shit that comes out of my mouth. Oh my god, I've done it again. See what I mean? See what I mean? See what I mean? What am I doing? Just end the stream, just gaming. Just end the stream. We're done. Esports Prospects, Division 3, Round 7, completed. Next week, it's Canada. Let's see how these boys get on. Let's finish it off just gaming before I end up saying something else. Bloody hell.
I don't know. I actually don't feel like ending it. I wanted you to say something else. But that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I've been Justin.
I've been Patty, apparently.
And we will see you next time. Lots of love. Stay safe, everyone.